Hello, hello, hello. Jennifer Bleam, Cybersecurity Sherpa here. We are coming to you live to chat about my upcoming event in Orlando, Florida. And I am super excited. I'm here with Jay Ryerse. He is the VP of Global Security Sales with ConnectWise. So, Jay, thank you so much for making time for us today.
Jennifer, so happy to be here. Thanks for the opportunity to say hi to everybody.
Absolutely. So I have this show coming up in Orlando. So excited. It ended up being that every single major security vendor is going to be represented at this show. And so, man, what an amazing time to be in business, an amazing time for MSPs to come and get their questions answered and make decisions about securing their clients and being best in class. So I know one of the things that I am super excited about is a panel that you're going to be on. And it's all about trends that you're seeing inside of our space. And while those are always important because we want to be educated, we're really going to focus on how do we monetize these? How are these opportunities for the MSPs? So can you share maybe 2 or 3 of those with us today?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one hasn't really changed in the last 4 or 5 years. It's the labor shortage. A fascinating stat came out of Chuck Robbins from Cisco at the last RSA conference, and he outlined the talent shortage, the talent gap that we're facing. Somewhere between 3 and 4 million people. We've all seen that stat. It's been around for years. It hasn't really changed much. But he took it one step further. He actually called out that exclude military and government cybersecurity, that shortfall of that 3 to 4 million people of positions that are open is actually more openings than there are people in that space.
Interesting.
Right? It's a much bigger conversation. And so the opportunity for service providers, for MSPs and TSPs, is the ability to bring their team up to speed, level set their team with education, with processes, with documentation, operationally, and of course tools, and then use that to go out and land larger opportunities just on security, managed security services. The MSP community is still challenged by hiring that talent, retaining that talent, but so are bigger businesses. So I remember my MSP days, and Jennifer, I think we've talked about this in years past. We always focused on businesses with 25 to 50 users, but we always wanted 75, 100, 150, 200, 300, 400 users because those actually were more profitable for us. And those 100 to 500 employee businesses are having the same challenges hiring and recruiting and retaining cybersecurity talent. So an MSP that really focuses on this can actually go land that opportunity on a larger scale client, deliver the services they need from a managed security service, and then ultimately they're going to expand into IT services and projects that some of us like to have.
I love the land and expand concept, and it's so interesting. It reminds me of the quote, what if I train my team and they leave? And then the great response is, okay, what if you don't train your team and they stay? And so that's so interesting. You're talking about up leveling the skill set of your team, which of course benefits you, benefits your existing client base, but it also allows you to play at a bigger level, at a deeper level. So I love that. So turning that skills gap and the skills shortage into an opportunity for MSPs. I love it. I love it. Okay.
And what people don't know, I'm gonna self-serve here for just a moment. When I first got to ConnectWise after the acquisition of Continuum, we built some training around a IT Nation property that we now call Certify, and there's free training, for sales, for marketing, for engineers, to get that fundamental knowledge you need in your practice. And it's available to the entire community, whether you're a partner of ours or not. So if you need more information about that, I'm sure we'll be talking about it at the big event in May.
And what's so interesting, it's one of the things I really love about this channel is just how much everybody is willing to give. I shouldn't say everybody, but many people are willing to give back and just to support those that are around us. So I love it. And on behalf of many, thank you for doing that. So for everyone who's just now joining us live, I'm here with Jay Ryerse, and we are talking about the upcoming event in Orlando. It's May 10th and 11th. It's the Ultimate IT Growth Conference, really designed for MSPs and TSPs that are right around the $1 million mark. Maybe you haven't quite cracked that dollar figure yet, and up. And so these are going to be topics, panels, peer discussions that are all around the larger MSPs and TSPs that are in our channel. So I'll be answering questions live inside of StreamYard. If you're following us on Facebook or LinkedIn, I'll catch those later. I just don't have enough eyes to keep an eye on everything. And we are talking about trends and opportunities inside of our space. So Jay, you just talked about the skills gap and the shortage of team members. And so up level your own team, and then you can leverage that to pursue bigger opportunities. What's another opportunity that you're seeing now, or a trend that we can shift into an opportunity?
Believe it or not, it's insurance renewals.
Interesting.
Insurance in the SMB space, and we've seen it in the MSP space too. You know, the substantial losses that insurance companies have been paying out for ransomware and recovery efforts and those kinds of things are forcing the insurance companies to be more strict and to really assess the value of a business as to whether or not they even want to provide cyber liability coverage. And so a partner that sees this as an opportunity as they expand their team and their ability to deliver can go focus on a number of insurance companies in their market and help them see what you're doing, and then turn that into opportunities, as well as offer even just consulting to businesses that are challenged by that. I mean, we had one partner called last week. He said, Jay, he said, we've got this opportunity right now with the school system, and we don't do schools. But they came to us and said that if they don't get SIM rolled out by April 30th, their premium for renewal is going to go up 4x. I'm married to a retired teacher, right? So I take that personally, and I know schools are working on tight budgets. So, you know, we help them solve that particular gap and land with SIM, you know, from ConnectWise, but also it opened up this opportunity for what else are you doing? Let's see the insurance checklist. And let's make sure you really can check the boxes appropriately. So if you will just go learn that side of the insurance business, there's huge opportunities for them to refer business to you that you can work from. And on the flip side, some of our largest partners are even leveraging the insurance companies to actually go deliver instant response services after something bad has happened.
Oh, interesting. See, I was going the other direction where it would almost be a lead magnet or maybe some low budget consulting to help fill out the 7 pages of, you know, the self-attestation form that businesses don't know how to fill out. They just probably either freeze, or they call in a favor, or they just mindlessly check, yes, I have all of this, without really knowing if they do or not.
And like all technology, we use acronyms all the time, right? So EDR, SIM, AV. I mean, the business owners don't want to know what that stuff is. They want someone to look at it with them and say, do I do this? Yes or no? Check.
Yes.
You know, if I do this, what tools do I use? A, B, C, D. Do I have policy? Yes, right? But that's all consulting time.
Yes, it is.
Right? That is easy. It's easy to land, right? That piece of it. Then while you're there looking at everything else, you say, oh, gee, it looks like there's a problem there. And gee, we can solve that for you with technology. And gee, wouldn't you like to have this monitored for you 24/7?
Yes.
And all of a sudden you've got additional, you know, managed services and security services.
Now, they're not going to like turning in a self-attestation form with a lot of no's checked off. So, would you like me to help you make all of those no's yeses in the next 30 days or 10 days?
Some of those no's now are automatic decline.
Yes.
Like if you don't have certain things, they won't even write you a policy now.
Amazing. What a crazy time to be running a business, for sure. And especially, you know, if we put ourselves in the shoes of the small business owners, like you said, they don't understand these terms. They don't, you know, they are scared. They don't know what's going to happen if they answer the question wrong. And it's such a great service to be able to help your community in that way. So I love it.
Yeah. And there's so many businesses that just want a little bit of help.
Yes.
And those are the business owners that you want to meet, right, on a daily basis. So if you can find when they're in pain, you know, and find that pain threshold where you can help them solve an easy thing for us it's just difficult for them. So,
Yes.
it's the same reason we go to lawyers and accountants, right? I can figure out how to do my taxes, but no, I'm not good at it. It's not what I do for a living.
No,
So,
there's a reason I paid an editor to get my book published, because I could have figured it out, but that is not a good use of my time. And I don't plan to need that skill often enough to justify the time. So yeah, totally get it. All right. So for everyone who is just joining us, I'm here with Jay Ryerse. He is the VP of Global Security with ConnectWise. Did I get that right?
Yep.
And we are chatting about trends and opportunities inside of the industry. This is something that we're going to be digging into at the event in May. It is May 10th and 11th in Orlando. If you don't have your ticket yet, you need to grab it. Tickets are going quickly, and we will cap this. This is going to be a nice, small, intimate event with about 125 people. So someone asked me, will you stop selling tickets when you get to 125? And the answer is yes, because I keep my word, and that is all. That's where we are capping it. There's a very specific community we are trying to create, and having conversations in a room that doesn't have thousands of people in it. That is the feel that we're going for, and it's shaping up nicely. So not just trends inside of our industry right now, but trends that we can shift into opportunities. Let me throw you a little bit of a curveball, because it's been nagging at me. Right now we've got this conflict, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, war, invasion, whatever you want to call it. And so that is bringing with it a significant uptick in terms of cyber threats, phishing attempts. I've watched some of the maps, the SOC maps. And so there's an increase in attacks. Is it possible to pivot that into some kind of an opportunity for MSPs and TSPs?
yeah, I think that there's actually two places there. There's two issues. The first one, I'll go dark first, is how will insurance companies look at cyber warfare? If we don't declare war, but Russia operatives, NGO, non-government organizations, or the GRU or one of their groups attacks our critical infrastructure, is that war? And will insurance pay that? So between now and then, I hope we have some good answers on how to solve that. But I'm hoping not because of a use case, right? I'm hoping that we don't get that far. And yet, in the last 10 days, so people don't know this. So we acquired Perch a little over a year and a half ago. We were major investors with Cisco and Perch, and we're finishing the transaction. That's our SIM solution that we build out. Up until 2 weeks ago, we were averaging about 56 billion events per day of logs coming in from our partner community. Right? We're helping to keep them secure. In the last 10 days, that number has gone up by 20%. So we're up around 67 billion events a day, 68, 69. We hit 70 on Friday. So we are seeing an unusual amount of activity now and reconnaissance type work coming in from outside of the US that's impacting partners. And nothing bad's happened yet that we can put our fingers on. But where there's smoke, there's fire, right?
Right.
So I think that one of the opportunities is probably for everybody who's listening today, right now, work with whoever your security vendor is. If it's ConnectWise, we're happy to help you. If it's somebody else, talk to them and see if they'll engage. But you should be doing some outreach and some webinars, or at least some educational events for your clients right now, to let them know what's going on, so that they know you're watching this. I remember back when WannaCry hit, Jennifer, you and I were working closely together at that point. The amount of work that we did to help support our partners tell their clients that they're going to be okay, that we've got them covered, is substantial. Well, that now accelerate, 5 years down the road. I mean, the risk is greater, the opportunity for an attack is higher, and we don't really know what it's going to look like. Like, we think we know, but I don't think that when we're in war, everybody's playing by the same rules. So no. Cyber war, I mean, we saw this, that there's a website there, medium.com, where there's a researcher that has been tracking the threat actor groups, Conti, Anonymous, and so many others that are out there that have come out and chosen a side.
Interesting.
They picked the Ukraine or they picked Russia, and now they're literally attacking each other. And we're seeing that noise on the networks. And so, one, as MSPs and thought leaders in the community, we have to work together to understand what this means to us. We should be talking about what it looks like if something does happen. Like, what would you do? Like, if I'm an MSP, and when I sold MSP, we were 15 employees, supporting 3,500 endpoints. What would I do if all of a sudden we started seeing bad things happen to multiple clients at once? I wouldn't have been prepared to respond at that point.
Right.
1, 2, yeah, but if it goes beyond that, so we just needed to have this open dialogue and this open conversation to make sure that we're all supporting each other. You know where to get resources, how to get help, and what we can do to help you. Again, whether you're a client of ours or not buying security, we want to help. So much so that we're even spinning up an incident response team, because a lot of people in the community know a gentleman named Chris Lair from Solid Security, who's really been the go-to person for incident response for MSPs. His team's maxed out. They can't do it anymore. So literally, our SOC today is over 160 people strong, and we've now built an incident response team that we're announcing in April. So I'll have more details at the event in May, that anybody can take advantage of to get help when you need it. But we're not having these conversations as a community. So I really look forward to expanding the dialogue to not just be, hey, come buy my products. Because I want you to, but I also was an MSP owner, and we've been working with MSPs in the channel for years now. And they're my friends, right? I mean, they are the people that we do life with. And so making sure that we take care of them is profoundly important to me and to our team.
So you started to say you were going dark for a minute, but the light side of that is the opportunity to educate your community and to let them know proactively what it is that you're doing if we do have a major incident that covers swaths of the country, or a major incident that covers all of one service provider's customer base. So the plus side is that this is a great chance to kind of use newsjacking to say we're watching, we're ahead of it, we've got this under control.
Yeah, and we need to. And now at the same time, you got to go talk to your insurance companies and understand exactly how they are viewing this, because you need to know that. Matter of fact, a webinar for your clients with a local insurance agent who has read up on, at least understands their position, and a security research team like our research team that we'll make available to partners, and just have a frank and open dialogue, with your existing clients and future prospects or future clients is incredibly valuable.
Amazing. What a great idea. I love it. Jay, thank you so much. So looking forward to seeing you at this event coming up. I just put the information on the screen. If you are watching and you don't have your ticket yet, go to mspsalesrevolution.com/ultimate. It is going to be the ultimate IT growth conference. Not only are we going to be talking about trends and opportunities inside of the channel, I'll be revealing my sales process, a sales blueprint. You'll get a copy of my brand new book that hit the bestseller list. So I'm very excited about that. And
which is awesome. It's
awesome.
Awesome.
So excited. Yeah, because Jay, you got a little sneak peek and advanced preview of it.
I did, but I also bought a live version. I want to see the final version, and it's absolutely awesome. It's a great first step if you're not sure how to go to market with security.
Yeah, totally agree. Thank you. I always appreciate the kind words. So I'm going to let you go. I know you're at your own event, so I appreciate you coming on, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jennifer, and thanks everybody. We'll see you in Orlando.
Sounds good. Thanks.